History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. You know, we brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
You know, on this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. You know, this hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, you know, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, you know, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their family's permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. You know, I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, you know, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources, in opportunity, right now.
My name's Nick Powers, and I'm the president and lead instructor of Warfighter Scuba. I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps from the years 2003 to 2007, with one combat deployment to Haditha, Iraq in 2006. Throughout my time overseas, I experienced a lot of situations that you wouldn't necessarily find yourself in the United States. IEDs, getting shot at, rocket attacks, mortar attacks, you name it, it happened. When I got out of the Marine Corps in 2007, I tried to adjust back to civilian life, and the whole time you're in, you just can't wait to get out. And when you get out, you start to realize, did you make the right decision? 9 times out of 10, most of the guys that get out, they immediately plummet into a depression cycle because you don't have that structure anymore that the military provides you. And this hit me super hard. We moved to one of the #1 top dive destinations in the entire world, and I figured I'd start getting back into scuba diving. And after our first couple dives, I realized how peaceful it was underwater and how none of my problems followed me. You're just there in the present moment. I had the idea for Warfighter Scuba, and I kind of hinted at it, and they said, "You go for it." And that's basically how Warfighter Scuba was born. So Warfighter Scuba is a nonprofit. We're a 501c3 nonprofit with the IRS. We bring combat wounded veterans down to the Caribbean to teach them scuba diving to treat their wounds. Whether their wounds are physical or mental, such as PTSD, scuba diving is a extremely therapeutic activity for mental stressors and for physical ailments. Mentally, as soon as you go underwater, your body just reacts. It's not normal. You're not meant to breathe underwater. Automatically puts you into the present moment. You have nothing but peace and calm. This ability to separate yourself from reality really allows veterans to find out what their trigger mechanism might be for their particular mental stressors. So every veteran who comes through our programs gets a 100% funded trip. Each veteran also receives a round-trip ticket from their home of record. That ticket will bring them straight into Roatan, and their entire week stay, their hotel, their meals, their snacks, everything's paid for. And so that veteran can get an entire week away from reality and completely separate from any kind of problems they might be facing at home. So each veteran receives very private and intimate training sessions when they come down to Roatan. We first start in the pool, we do some confined water skills, we'll then switch out to the open water dives. From that point on, it's not even training anymore, it's just fun. It's learning on a level that I don't think most people have experienced before. We do all the certifications for them that we can in a week at their pace, from open water to full face mask to nitrox. Every trip that we have, whether it's one veteran or 4 veterans at a time, we just have a blast. There's no bad karma. We've seen sharks, we've seen turtles. We've seen 4 eagle rays at once. Just the things that happen when we're in the water together are truly, they're just unbelievable. The dedication that these vets have now to scuba diving and to wanting to come back and to help other veterans experience what they've experienced, it hits me in the heart more than most things have ever hit me in my heart. It's truly an honor to take these heroes into the water. It's really cool to see the transformation that happens to them, from being, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I've gone snorkeling a few times, or I'm not that good of a swimmer. And the funny thing about scuba is none of that matters. You're completely weightless in the water. You could come down and have 0 experience in the water and be one of the better scuba divers out there. So as with all nonprofits, we rely solely on generous donors such as yourselves. None of these programs could exist without people who are willing to give some of their hard-earned money up to save veterans who might be struggling with everyday life and have that unfortunate thought of suicide. 100% of every dollar that's donated goes directly to the veterans. I personally, myself, I do not take any kind of money. All my time is donated. There's no salary to anybody who's on the board or any staff positions in Warfighter. Donations can be made on our website at www.warfighterscuba.org. And remember, every donation is 100% tax deductible.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Friday night. I can see the spectator room is filling up. Tally is with us. Joey Gilkerson is out there. Roxanne Jones, April May. So we're starting to fill it up. This is week 14, so we only have this week and next week regular season before we get into the week 16 dash for cash. We're getting down to it. So tonight we're at Lernerville. Next week, kind of a wild card. Hope you guys out there are buckled up for a long night. We're going to visit Kokomo, Indiana, for our finale of the regular season. So not really sure what to expect from Kokomo. Hopefully it's a great show, but we will see. So we're getting down to it. The drivers for the Dash for Cash are starting to kind of play out. Again, if you go to our webpage, fnlrl.com, go down to the bottom of the standings, and you'll see those drivers that are currently qualified for the Dash for Cash. We're not releasing where we're running in the Dash for Cash yet. We will probably let that out sometime, maybe before Kokomo, maybe after, trying to make it as fair as possible. But we'll see how that plays out. Anyway, it's Friday. It is week 14. We're at Lernerville. Clayton is with us. Clayton, welcome back. What are you looking at from Lernerville?
Yeah, it's good to be back. I'm thinking we're gonna see a lot of that top side. You know, I see cars go off here in almost every session I'm in. So definitely think these guys are gonna have to maybe get comfortable running the middle. I think with the top slicking off as fast as it does, we already see it here in practice with the modifieds. We might see some stack ups. I'm very positive we're gonna see some unfortunate events of some drivers wanting to make their own track out there in the woods. So these guys are gonna have to be, careful on that right foot and easy on the hands if they want to keep this modified on the racing surface tonight for sure.
Yeah, man, one of my favorite tracks is Lernerville. I never thought I would say that when I first started iRacing, but somehow I've got to love it. In turns 3 and 4, some of the funnest you'll get, but you are on a razor's edge if you get up there and run that top. But that seems to be the quick way around. Looks like we got a full field tonight. Over 25 drivers, so one driver so far. If no one else joins, we'll head home after the heat races. Again, thank you everybody for tuning in. See, Rhonda has joined us. Randy Carter is out there. Gail is back with us, ma'am. Thank you as always. We're getting ready to call the cars off the track and get week 14 underway. Great conversation via chat this past week with Joey Gilkerson. It's kind of confused how a dude from California comes on here and supports the Ingram gang out of Georgia. So great conversation with Joey. They run the Extreme Late Model Series out here in California and some IMCA stuff. So looking forward to meeting Joey in real life. Super good dude. So that's always nice to chat with someone that we meet here on the stream. Let's get the drivers off the track and get the show underway. All drivers clear the track. All drivers clear the track, please. All right, drivers, it is week 14 we got tonight, and next week we're at Kokomo, so we're getting down to the very end. I'll go over the rules real quick. Just remember, hold on one second. As you know, initial starts are on green, restarts are on the leader. Leader gets to pick inside or outside. Bring out 2 cautions in any race, heat race, or consi or feature. You're done in the division for tonight. Call-outs are never acceptable over race comms on social media. Anywhere we can find out about it, it's totally unacceptable. Quick time awards, each division $10 a week. We're about to pay that out when we pay out the dash for cash money. Intentional contact is never acceptable at any time. If it's determined to be intentional contact, you're looking at a pretty big suspension. We'll go single file with 10 to go. That's all I have from race control. Any questions, comments, or concerns from the drivers? Okay, none heard. We'll advance and get to qualifying. Good luck. Yeah, Lernerville, kind of a wild card, Clayton, as is Kokomo. Not really sure what to expect from Kokomo. We haven't had the best of luck on short tracks, but we're going to give it a go. I'm not real sure why I even put it on the schedule, but since I made the schedule, I guess I did. So we'll see how that plays out. Cale Smith in the 115 CSC driver out of South Dakota out on track. Well, good to see Cale back with us. He's had a few weeks of rough goes, Clayton.
Yeah, he certainly has battled an illness, I believe, last week. Just a lot of bad luck this year. Seems like wrong place, wrong time for the 115. But Cale Smith can definitely get it done. And who knows, maybe tonight will be the night he bounces back. Hope he's feeling better. And I'm sure we'll be talking about those CSC boys all night long, at least in the first 2 series.
Indeed. Paul Heward is back with us in that 031. Driver from the East Coast. Cale Smith, top of the board, 15.407 for the 115. Billy Roberts times in second quick in the 99, 15.435 in the Gears Unlimited ride. Sam Bachman in the James Bond 007, 15.440 for Bachman. Gavin Chatham moves his 24 up to 4th quick. And now Caden Berry on the scene in the 12 car. 15.440 for the youngster out of New Hampshire in the 12 car. Gavin Chatham gets bumped down to 5th quick. Chris Cox is with us. Then the 515 driver out of Des Moines, Iowa. Chris Cox is 6th quick. Brandon Combs, Dylan DeWert is with us. The FTM driver, 9th quick, 15.550 for Dylan DeWert. Kelly Wheeler in the 11 car had a win in Coast to Coast Racing League this past week, I saw. 15.491 for the 11. That'll put him 7th quick. Braden Carter comes out on track, the 05, the youngster out of Virginia, 15.456. That'll put him in the top 5. Jordan LaFawn in the 144, driver out of Indiana, 15.471. See if Jordan can improve on his second lap. No, sir, a little bit slower. We got left to go. Michael Carter out on track in the 15. Saw pictures of his real late model on Facebook. Car's looking really good. 15.537 for Michael Carter. See if he can improve. No, sir. 11th quick for Michael Carter. Anthony Marfulio is with us in the 238, trying to run that bottom line. 15.714 for Marfulio. Good enough for 23rd quick, and that looks like that will wrap up qualifying. The CSC driver, Cale Smith in the 115 with tonight's quick time, puts that car on the pole. Dean Reynolds out there watching from the stands at Showtime Speedway in Florida. Dean, as always, thank you for joining us, sir. Heat 1 to the grid. Heat 1 to the grid, please. All right, driver, welcome to Heat 1. You guys know the drill by now. Leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself and the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Restarts are on leader. Got 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 moving on. Race hard. Race clean. Good luck. Cale Smith, Caden Berry on the front row. Gavin Chatham, Michael Vitale in row number 2. Dylan DeWert, John Morano in row number 3. Jake Henry, Clay Christopherson in 4. Paul Heward rounds out your full field of 9 drivers. Congratulations, 115 car Cale Smith with tonight's quick time. Randy Carter cheering on Cale Smith. Nick Berry is cheering on the 12 car. Roxanne Rhonda cheering on the 12 car. Roxanne cheering on that 115. Michael Grandy is out there. Grandma Pete has tuned back in. Welcome back, Grandma Pete. Pace truck is off. Heat 1 underway. Green flag is out. We are underway. Cale Smith on the inside. Caden Berry on the outside. Cale Smith is going to slide up. He's looking good on lap number 1. Here comes the 12 car. Cale Smith trying to slam the door, and he will do so. They're going to be nose to nose at the line. Berry, Michael Vitale, Gavin Chatham in the 24 is the 4th and final transfer driver currently. I'd like to thank Michael Vitale in that 213 United States Air Force veteran. Michael, thank you for your service to our nation. Gavin Chatham still holding down that 4th and final transfer. Don't look now. Here comes FTM driver. That's the 20 car, Dylan DeWert, as he's battling out with his teammate, Clay Christopherson. John Morano in the 033. Jake Henry in new Gears Unlimited wrap in the 171. And Paul Heward falls back a little bit. Up front, Cale Smith starting to get away from the crowd a little bit. Now he's starting to run a slider line through 3 and 4. 115 looking good. Caden Berry's going to follow suit, as is Michael Vitale. Gavin Chatham goes to the outside. That'll open up the bottom to the 1120 car of Dylan DeWert. We will have a consi tonight, I'm pretty sure. So if you can get yourself in the feature from your heat race, that's always a bonus. Cale Smith putting on a clinic at Lernerville up front.
Yeah, it seems all we had to do was talk about him. Cale's definitely back and coming back with a vengeance. A little bit of bad luck. He's ready to get that monkey off his back. 115's looking fast around the bottom. To the middle, it's looking like it's his kind of favored line. Kind of surprised. Lernerville's a top dominant track for a long time, but it seems the slick in 3 and 4 is already kind of taken over there, and Cale's definitely going where the moisture is right now. Caden's just kind of searching, and looks like he might get a little bit of a run here on Cale on the backstretch. I think Cale should be able to close this one out.
As they're coming off a turn 4, Cale Smith, Caden Berry, Michael Vitale, and Gavin Chatham, your 4 transfer drivers. Good heat race drivers. Don't know who we're waiting for here. Heat 2 to the grid. Heat 2 to the grid, please. All right, drivers, you know the drill. 8 laps. Top 4 moving on. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Billy Roberts, Braden Carter on the front row. Kelly Wheeler, Michael Carter in row number 2. Dylan Kinsey, Andrew Harley in row number 3. Donald Ingram, Anthony Marfulio in row number 4. James Ingram rounds out your field of 9 drivers. So, not a bad start to the show. Clayton, Heat 1, got through pretty much unscathed. Great race.
Yeah, for sure. And as the night goes on, the tension's just going to get higher. We're going to see 2 CSC drivers here trying to get around Billy Roberts and secure themselves a 1-2 heat finish, I'm sure. So Kelly Wheeler, they're going to have their hands full defending those 2 guys to their outside.
99 car, Billy Roberts from Gears Unlimited. They were our title sponsor last season.
Green flag, green flag.
Greatly appreciate all the support Billy Roberts has given us. Driver out of Missouri. As he dives down low, can he slide up? Yes, he will. Crossover coming from Braden Carter in that 5 car. Got a slide job coming. Doesn't slide way up, leaves a little room for Billy Roberts. Billy Roberts will tuck the 99 in. Braden Carter, Michael Carter on that outside. The fourth and final transfer currently belongs to the 11 car of Kelly Wheeler. But we're going to have a battle at the front of the field as Billy Roberts and Braden Carter are getting after it. Now Michael Carter goes down low.
Yeah,
Michael
while they're
Carter,
sliding.
go ahead.
Sorry about that. I was just going to say, while they're sliding, Michael's going to kind of pick to go with Billy there, stop Braden's momentum. But, man, you guys got to get single file and kind of just ride. You're in a transfer. Battle it out in the feature. You do not want to slide each other the entire heat race, letting the whole field kind of stay with them. And, man, one mistake and you're out of the show. 44 is going to go off in turn 3.
Looked like he came back on.
Andrew Harley back on track.
Kelly Wheeler in the 11 car. He's in the final transfer. Dylan Kinsey wants that position in the 83 FTM ride. Donald Ingram is with us in the 10 car. I'd like to thank Donald for his service. Also in the United States Air Force. Billy Roberts now, he's holding his own at the front of the field. The driver out of Independence, Missouri is getting it done. Braden Carter, Michael Carter, Kelly Wheeler are your top 4 with 2 to go. Looks like Billy Roberts has figured something out.
Yeah, I was just going to say, we might be having a 99 interview tonight. We haven't gotten a chance to talk to Billy in quite some time. Had a lot of bad luck this year, just like Cale Smith. Wrong place, wrong time for a lot of stuff. But that 99 Lernerville, and racing with Billy as much as I did last year, Billy was always a fan when we were here. He's going to take the heat race win.
Roberts, Carter, Wheeler, your top 4. Moving on.
I guess you still know how to do it here, Billy. Good win.
Heat 3 to the grid. Heat 3 to the grid, please. All right, drivers, 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 moving on. Race hard, race clean. Put on a great show. Good luck. Roxanne Jones cheering on Braden and Michael Carter. Sam Bachman, Jordan LaFawn on the front row. Chris Cox, Brandon Combs in row number 2. Randy Shrees, Randall Dixon in row number 3. Jason Haynes, Jesse Ingram in row number 4. Anthony Morano will round out your field of 9 drivers. Chris Freixel, I hope I said that right, cheering on the 011 or 007 of Sam Bachman, who will start on the pole. Joey Gilkerson out there cheering on Jesse. Tally cheering on the CSC boys. Grandma Pete cheering on Jordan. Landon Smith giving congrats to Michael Carter and Braden Carter. And I'm sure his brother, Cale, also. Jordan LaFawn to the front of the field. He gets by the 007 of Bachman. See if Jordan can hold on. You got one car riding high side. Don't look now. Brandon Combs running that cushion on the very top of the track, getting it done. It's quick if you can ride that razor's edge. Combs is going to dive down, try to get underneath Jordan LaFawn. He won't be able to do it on lap 2 of 8. LaFawn goes down a little bit lower there as Sam Bachman starts to fall back. Chris Cox gets by. Now Randy Shrees taking a look at the 007 car. I like the looks of that 28 car.
Yeah, he's definitely got to get moved down in 3 and 4. You know, we've seen almost all second place heat finishers, Caden Berry, Braden Carter, and now Brennan Combs, try to run the top in 3 and 4, and that's where they lose ground. But they're able to run the top. All 3 of them have been able to so far to kind of keep close to the leader, but you got to figure something different out for 3 and 4. The top's just not it, and I don't think it will be, obviously, with the track carrying over all night so far for the racing. Yeah, Brandon's got to get moved down or something in 3 and 4. He's closing on LaFawn every time in 1 and 2, and then it just dies off being so slick up there.
Yeah, it looks like the 144 of Jordan LaFawn has the preferred line in 3 and 4. Kind of running the middle there. Brandon Combs, Chris Cox, Sam Bachman currently in a transfer. Don't look in your mirror, Sam. You got Randy Shreves breathing down your neck with 1 to go. Nose to tail, your top, well, all of them are nose to tail. Jordan LaFawn, 2 more corners to navigate. He'll go back to the middle, right where he's been running all night. Brandon Combs coming off. LaFawn, Combs, Cox, Bachman, your top 4 moving on. Concy to the grid. Concy to the grid, please. All right, drivers, welcome to Concy. You got 15 laps to get it done.
Well, to the feature.
12 of you moving on. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Have to look down my list there. Clay Christopherson, Dylan Kinsey on the front row. Randy Shreves, Morano in 2. Donald Ingram, Jason Haynes in 3. Jake Henry, Anthony Marfulio in row number 4. Anthony Morano, Paul Heward in 5. Andrew Harley, Randall Dixon in 6. Dylan DeWert, James Ingram in row number 7. And Jesse Ingram will round out the field of 15 drivers. 3 cars heading home. Grandma Pete cheering on Jordan LaFawn for his heat win. Randy Carter.
We're not going green. Not going green.
Cheering on the CSC boys.
Yeah, he shot me a message when the session first went up. Anthony Morano wasn't able to make qualifying. I think he'll make the show, but man, when it comes feature time, it'll be fun to watch that 32 of Morano. He showed speed all year. Starting dead last in his heat race, picked up 3 spots in his heat. I think Anthony's going to put on quite the show in the feature from about mid-pack if he can't make any moves right here.
Yeah, took a little break last week, had some medical things going on, so he's back. He's got his dad starting on the outside of row number 2. It's Anthony back in the 32, currently in a transfer. These cars in the back of the pack here. Looking at heading home as Clay Christopherson takes the green flag. He'll dive down low, slide to the outside. Good run by the 83. Randy Shreves didn't expect that.
Caution, yellow flag.
Man, we were
Contact
full
by
right
your
off at 2.
front group of cars. Looks like Jesse Ingram involved. Let's take a peek. That's
like
the
Paul.
777.
Yeah, Paul Heward's in the fluff and just comes down off the top possibly. Take a look at this from another angle here.
Hits the 011. So that is Jesse Ingram's incident. You'll be able to get a quick repair. Good thing is you only got to get by 3 cars. 2 cars, I guess. Trying to get the field lined up on lap 4 of 15 in the Concy. You got a lot of drivers going for only a few positions on the track. You throw the high lane. If you go off the edge, you're over the edge into the mix and can cause some chaos. Track is kind of like Chico. Chico has big open ends. If you go out, you just kind of run out in the field there. Good start by Clay Christopherson, Dylan Kinsey, Randy Shreves in the 56. Donald Ingram has moved up 1. He is in the top 5. That's the 171. He's turned, and that car does not turn.
The yellow flag is out.
That was Jake Henry kind of barreled into the corner, and the car did not turn. As soon as I find a good view of that. Henry kind of just dove in there, got between the 66 of Haynes and the 32 of Murano. Murano moving up. You can see the wheel crank to the left, and the car goes straight right up into Murano in that 33. So we're going to have a lot of quick repairs. You do get one quick repair in the back of the field.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
Jake playing it smart. Might as well throw a new set of Hoosiers on it, and oh, he's going to disconnect.
Who was it?
Jason Henry.
Yes, indeed, Joey. He probably should have lifted in that instance, especially being in a transfer.
See if Christopherson can get another killer start on the 83 of Dylan Kinsey like he did last time. Almost two car links into one.
Randy Shreves followed him last time. The 56 got a good jump. Pace truck is up. We're getting ready to go green. We will be tracking lap 4 of 15. Another good restart by Clay Christopherson. Randy Shreve stays up low. Anthony Morano, you talked about the 32, Clayton. He's up 5 from his start. Dylan DeWert in the 20 is up 6. We're going 3 wide all around Lernerville, which typically does not work. These guys are somehow making it work.
Look at Marv Julio almost mowing the grass on the infield and picking up spots as he does it.
Marv Julio, as we have seen him do year after year on the bottom. Kind of excited once he gets in a real midget and starts racing this year. Kind of interested in the results of that. Up front, Christopherson, Kinsey, Shreves, Ingram, Marfulio, your top 5. Jesse Ingram is the last car in a transfer in the 777. James Ingram is the first car on the outside looking in as he battles it out with Randall Dixon. These guys are still getting after it. Clay Christopherson, FTM driver. Kenzie, FTM driver at the front of the field. Randy Shreves in the 56 kind of falls in line. Here comes Morano. You know what we haven't done yet tonight? Let's go on board. Say good evening to his wife, Sherry, who is on board all of his cars. Miss Sherry, thank you for tuning in, supporting your husband, doing this crazy thing called iRacing. Greatly appreciated, ma'am. Up front, Christopherson. Marfulio continues to run the bottom. Look back at the transfer. That is Jesse Ingram, currently in a transfer. Not sure how hard he'll run with Harley and Heward. Jesse Ingram, driver out of Georgia, still getting after it in the back of the pack. On lap 12 of 15. Randall Dixon's able to get by James Ingram. Randall Dixon is the first car on the outside looking in. He's got to catch up to the 777.
Yeah, Randall's praying for a caution these last 2 opportunities for me to throw one here. There's nowhere near enough time to fill that gap. See if something happens here on the last chance.
2 to go. Christopherson, Kinsey, Shreves, Ingram, Marfulio, still your top 5. As they come off of turn 4, they will take the white flag. No caution will come out for the rest of the race. Christopherson is comfortable lead over Dylan Kinsey. I'm sure they're not running each other super hard as being teammates. They're coming off at turn 4. Those 2 will go in. Kinsey, Shreves, Ingram, Marfulio, Morano, DeWert, Haynes, Morano, Harley, Paul Heward, and Jesse Ingram. are your transfer drivers. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with your 30-lap features. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name's Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turned into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
Feature the grid, please. All right, drivers, you know the drill. You got 30 laps to get it done. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Cale Smith, Billy Roberts on the front row. Jordan LaFawn, Caden Berry in row number 2. Braden Carter, Brandon Combs in 3. Michael Vitale, Michael Carter in row number 4. Chris Cox, Gavin Chatham in 5. Kelly Wheeler, Sam Bachman in row number 6. Clay Christopherson, Dylan Kinsey in 7. Randy Shrees, Donald Ingram in 8. Anthony Marfulio, Anthony Morano in row number 9. Dylan DeWert, Jason Haynes in row number 10. John Morano, Andrew Harley in row number 11. Paul Heward and Jesse Ingram round out your complete full feature of 24 drivers.
Who you got, Joe?
You know what? I picked him last week. I think Cale Smith is due. I have a strong feeling about Cale Smith, but I'm going to go with Brandon Combs in the 28 ride.
Where's he? Row 3 outside. I don't like picking from the front row. I usually like to keep it off limits according to my book. But man, he's fast here. Not really rare we see him up here. It's just rare recently. I got to take the 99 of Billy Roberts.
99 of Billy Roberts. Who do you got out there, fans? Landon Smith cheering on the 115 of Cale Smith. J-Train cheering on Jordan LaFawn. Roxanne Jones cheering on all the CSC guys. Gail is cheering on the 12 car of Caden Berry. Rhonda 12 car of Caden Berry. Chad Stevenson cheering on the 115 starting from the pole. Here we go, 30 laps. Cale Smith on the front row. Billy Roberts to his outside. Looks like they get away okay from the start. Let's take a look mid-pack, see what we got going on here. You can see him going 3 and 4 wide up front.
Where did Braden Carter come from? All the way to the bottom.
Braden Carter has moved up. He's still even.
Oh, we got to stack up in 1 and 2. Donald Ingram's around.
Donald Ingram, as you heard. Nick Berry cheering on Caden Berry. Joey out there cheering on the Ingram gang. As the pace truck. This is going to take some time to sort out. Desi Smith is with us. Got Riley watching. Desi may be Cale Smith's wife, maybe. Tally Baldwin out there. 115, just make sure you stay a little bit closer to the pace truck once we get everything settled out here. As Clayton tries to get everything sorted out. Sounds like the 10 car, that's Landon Smith, that is Cale's brother, Midwest Forklift LLC. He's out there tuning in.
Dang it, my pick's going to the back.
Cale Smith will start on the pole once again. He's got the 12th car to his outside. Braden Carter in the 05 moves up on the inside up road number 2. The 28 car is on, will start 4th. Jordan LaFawn, Billy Roberts caught up in an incident that last caution. Jordan LaFawn probably went in for a quick repair, I'm not sure.
No, he got forced off and smacked the pit entrance wall. Billy just came up a little too high off the corner.
Green's out, we're back underway. Cale Smith at the front of the field. Braden Carter going with his teammate. Cale slides to the outside, gets that right rear over the edge.
Big one off of 2. Holy cow.
Another. See if we can find this. Looks like Randy Shree's involved.
Oh, looks like Michael Vitale could have possibly.
That's the 56 of Shreeves.
And Michael Vitale just tags Gavin and
66 makes contact with the 20. You can see up front there, the red, white, and blue, both cars just make a little bit of contact, nowhere for everybody else to go, and they just kind of pile in. Found in real racing to be kind of similar to that incident where a car wrecks in front of you on dirt when it's slick, kind of hard to maneuver around them. So a lot of that, you're just kind of, I mean, what do you do?
Yeah, you almost have a better chance of avoiding a wreck on ice. A slicked off dirt track is no fun to be making quick hand movements trying to avoid a wreck. It's pretty impossible if it's right in front of you the way it was right there.
Yeah, in real life, even the same. Cale Smith's stepdad, Jim Baldwin, out in the audience watching. Greatly appreciate everybody for tuning in.
Green flag.
As Cale Smith goes through 1 and 2 on the bottom, Braden Carter now, Michael Carter. Those two, you know they're talking on the mic. They're getting on that high side. Michael Carter takes a peek on the inside of Braden Carter. Caden Berry is going to follow the 115 on the bottom. Caden Berry dragging that left rear, or left front. Let's see if we can get a picture of Caden Berry's left front. As he is down in the grass, just right on the edge.
Caution, yellow flag.
As the caution comes back out. Sounds like Jordan LaFawn was involved in an incident. Not sure what happened. You hear Jordan talking on race comms. Apparently I didn't capture it.
Yeah, I was still reviewing it. Looked like Jordan got into the back of Paul Heward. Jordan got into the back of Paul Heward there off the corner, and you know, he's checking up as much as he can, but getting run into from behind by the 20. And you know, these guys are all gas, no brakes sometime, and unfortunately, LaFawn just kind of getting pushed there through Paul Heward.
So don't know what Jordan will do, if he'll park it for the night in the 144. Looks like he is headed towards the back of the field. Cale Smith still at the front of the field on lap 8 of 30. So this one's taken a while, as we knew it would here at Lernerville. Cale Smith, Braden Carter, Caden Berry, Michael Carter, Brandon Combs, your
Green
top
flag,
5.
green
Pace
flag.
truck is off. We're back under green on lap 8 of 30. We all restarts will be single file as Cale Smith is leading Braden Carter and Caden Berry. Two 16-year-olds, Braden Carter and Caden Berry. Following the old man, Cale Smith. He's a heck of a lot younger than I am. At the front of the field, J Train. Greatly appreciate it. We are doing well. Out in California, we're gonna rain pattern, so not sure if we'll run tomorrow or not. Up front, Cale Smith getting it done. Braden Carter, Caden Berry. First car running that high side, that's going to be Michael Carter. He's got that 15 running on the high side. The 28 of Combs is going with Carter. Behind him, the 007, that's Bachman. Combs running a slider line, getting it done. Chris Cox in the 515 is with us, battling it out with Marfulio. Marfulio's in a frequent position. Oh man, he's all over the grass in a 238. On the bottom, Randy Shreves, Anthony Morano, Jason Haynes is with us. Dylan DeWert is battling. Jesse Ingram in the lucky 777 is up 9 positions, now 8. Donald Ingram is back on track, battling it out. Jordan LaFawn has exited, I believe. Let's see if we can find LaFawn. There's the 144. He's still on track. Up front, Cale Smith getting it done. It is a host of cars behind him as the 5 car of Braden Carter gets a good run off of turn 4. Looks like the bottom may be going away. Braden Carter gets by. Michael Carter in tow. Cale Smith and Caden Berry still on the bottom. On lap 16 of 30 now, Michael Carter slide job up in front of Braden Carter. CSC is going to put on a show. Carter, Cale Smith, CSC, 1, 2, 3. Thought about going 4 wide.
Yeah, Brandon Combs throwing his name into the mix.
Holy smokes, they're getting close. Combs dives down low. He's been running a slider line. Doesn't have a lot of room on the outside, but he's able to make the pass. Little bit of contact from the 05. That'll slow the momentum of Brandon Combs. Let's go on board with Combs and see what it looks like as he's up on that high side trying to track down the 15. Got the 05 behind him and Sam Bachman in the 007.
Yeah, I don't know when he did it, but Brandon Combs got the fastest lap by almost 3/10 over everybody.
Let's take a look. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll turn it up a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how some of the best drivers on the sim get it done. Brandon Combs makes his way to the front. Slide job coming. Going to be a crossover from Michael Carter. It will be Combs at the line on lap 24 of 30. Little bit of contact. Combs, Carter, and Bachman at the front of the field. Slide job coming from Carter. Combs will try to cross over. It's Michael Carter at the line. Sam Bachman's going to fall in line behind the 15 as Combs slide job with a crossover coming. Bachman's got to be careful right here. You don't want to get too close to those two as they trade sliders back and forth at the front of the field.
Yeah, and as they did, you watch 4th and 5th just close right up to the front 3 here.
Combs is going to send it. Michael Carter tried to block him. Ooh. That's not going to work. We got lap traffic coming up. 031, those are the leaders behind you. Please hold your line. Please hold your line. 031. Michael Carter's going to send it. Crossover coming from Combs on lap 28 of 30. Ladies and gentlemen, these drivers are putting on a show at Lernerville. Combs loses a little bit of momentum coming out of turn 2. Can he gain it back as we are coming to 2 to go?
Look at Bachman pushing Michael Carter down the front stretch.
A little bit of bump drafting at Lernerville. It looks like Bachman, he will stay on the rear bumper. Bachman is looking for his first win and an invitation to the Dash for Cash. This could be for money. Bachman stays up high, trying to get a run on the 15. Looks like he's got a run. Not going to be able to close the deal. Can he get by the 15? Carter's going to stay outside. Crossover coming at the line. Carter, Bachman, Braden Carter, your top three. Top three start finish line, please. Top three start finish line. That was a heck of a show. Ladies and gentlemen, that's some of the best racing we've had all year. We'll get a word with your top three here momentarily. All right, drivers, don't forget to go up for your interviews. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll get them here shortly as I try to pull up replay.
Bachman 12th to 2nd. Michael Carter 8th to 1st.
Braden Carter brings it home. I'll grab Braden, the 0-5. He moves up 2 from his start. Braden, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Man, that was some wild stuff at the front of the pack there, my friend. Great run by the 0-5, man. Were you nervous?
I mean, at one point I had the lead. My dad threw a slider. We kind of slid for a little bit, and then we all just got packed together. It was really clean racing. I don't really think anybody made too much contact, and if it was contact, it was a lot of it looked accidental, just hard racing. I mean, everything in that top 5, top 6 was just close racing. Samuel, Brandon, Kale, me, my dad. It was fun stuff.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. It looked amazing to the viewers. Great run. Another podium for the 0-5. This is week 14, man. We have Kokomo next week and then the Dash for Cash, which you are qualified. So another great run by the 0-5. Who do you want to thank on that ride?
I gotta thank CSC Motorsports, Cale Smith, Michael Carter, my dad, Randy Carter Painting, my granddad, my grandma, my girlfriend for always supporting me for what I do. Pillars of Graphics, Hunter Durrell, Branson Woodward, Kale's family, Kale's mom, Kale's brother, Landon Smith, Midwest Forklifts LLC, and you guys for putting this on as always.
Yeah, man. Good luck in the pro late models.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Bring up Samuel Bachman. This is Clayton in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Man, not as good as you, buddy. 12th to 2nd tonight. 007 looked on rails. We've seen speed out of that ride all year, but man, that thing had another gear tonight, buddy. How'd you manage to get up through the field and pick up 10 spots there?
I knew right off the get-go I was going to be pretty much dominant on the high side, so just had to get up there as quick as I could and keep my nose clean. And I was watching Michael and Combs battle for a while, and I was hoping they'd just burn up their tires or maybe bump each other a little bit, and I could take my opportunity. But ended up coming with a second, and I guess I'll take that.
Yeah, man, one spot away from a Dash for Cash entry. Hopefully you can keep up the luck here in the late models, maybe even in sprints later. Who knows, man? But that, nonetheless, that 007 looked fast, buddy. Who do you got to thank on that 007 tonight?
All that guys over at FTM, Expert Installation, Swan Speed Shop, Dean over at Super Dirt Car Series, and DJ for the Rap, and you guys for putting on these shows.
Oh, good run tonight in the modifieds, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again soon.
Hopefully.
Yeah, man. Matter of fact, Dean Reynolds in the audience just sent in a message and said that race didn't suck with an exclamation. So Dean's out there watching you, man. Good run in that 007.
It was a blast.
Michael Carter in the 15 car moves up 7 from his start, brings the 15 home. P1, I don't have the stats. I think he had 8 wins. I can't remember. I'd have to pull it up. But another great run by the 15, man. That looked like a ton of fun.
Oh yeah, that was a blast, man. He's going at it there. I didn't know how that was going to end up, but yeah, man, good racing with Brandon and there Samuel, my son. Kale was up there. We all kind of mixed it up a little bit, man, and I started finding something on the top there and ran a little bit of a cut down line through the moisture, and it just started giving me grip. And Definitely had to work for that one though, man, and felt good. It was fun. I think me and Brandon made contact a few times, but that was just hard racing, and couldn't ask for a better racing. I appreciate him racing me clean too.
Yeah, man, you guys probably put on the best show of the year for the fans. That's what we put this together for, man. And to see it come together in a race like that, absolutely freaking amazing, man. Who do you want to thank on that 15 car for your drive to victory lane?
As always, I gotta thank you here at Friday Night Lights, Joe. Do a great job. Clayton up in the booth. Dirt Track Bank, GY6RN. I got Randy Carter painting. My pops, he's out there. Hey, Dad. CSC Motorsports, Kale Smith, Braden Carter, KHR, Kyle Hardy Racing, Pit Lizard Graphics, Midwest Forklifts, Kale's brother Landon. Say hi to his mom too, Tally. My mom, Roxanne, she's out there. I don't know if Desi's watching or not, but all of Kale's family, hello, and all my friends and families watching, really appreciate it.
Yeah, man, you gonna run late models?
Oh yeah, got to. My son keeps beating me. I gotta try to get a win here.
Yeah, maybe you need to put him in that car in your driveway. Maybe soon.
Shoo, shoo. Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
Go get him, man.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Yeah. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will be with the pro late models right back here at Lernerville. Stay tuned.
History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. We brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
On this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. This hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their families' permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and like I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. You know, I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1,000,000 years ago, that blew up. And, you know, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources, in opportunity, right now.
When people hear a Till Valhalla project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom. 2 words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Till Valhalla Project a place where fallen heroes truly live on forever.
They say it's a matter of time, 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love I will go far, I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
Brother, it's good to see you.
My love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. I'm making my way home, I'm making my way.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Pro late models on the track. Let's get the cars off the track, get the show underway. All drivers clear the track. All drivers clear the track, please. All right, drivers, welcome to week 14 at Lernerville. You guys know the rules by now. 358's put on a heck of a show. So looking for more of the same. Going to ask you to be patient. It's Lernerville. You guys know the drill with the ledge at the top, blah, blah, blah. So let's put on a great show tonight and see if someone else can't punch their ticket to the dash for cash. Any questions, comments, or concerns from the drivers? All right, none heard. We'll advance to qualifying. Wish you best of luck. Losing my voice a little bit tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Randy Carter, Telly Baldwin, Roxanne Jones, Nick Berry, Randy Carter again, Rhonda, Dean Reynolds, all Landon Smith. Speaking of Landon Smith, I think we got a surprise coming up here tonight. Paul Heward coming out on track, Dylan DeWert in the 20. John Morano coming out for his laps in the 33. Donald Ingram in the 10 car, driver out of Georgia coming out on track. And sorry about that. Cale Smith out on track in a tribute wrap, from what I understand, in that 115. Car was raced back in the early 2000s. Said his brother raced a almost identical wrap of the 115. Cale Smith out on track in a tribute ride in the 115 tonight. Brandon Combs, top of the board, 14.784. Cale Smith, second quick, 14.839 in the 115. Good wrap, good time, 15.005 for DeWert. Now Justin Sick, driver out of New York, moves up. He's in third, 14.898 for Justin Sick. Sam Bachman times in the 007, 15.016 for Bachman. DeWert shuts it down, sixth quick, 15.005. Braden Carter doesn't take long, puts the 05 in second quick, 14.796 for the 05. Gavin Chatham in the 24 shuts it down, eighth quick, 15.057. Caden Berry, youngster out of New Hampshire, 10th quick, 15.080. Don't look now, 15 car CSC driver Michael Carter bumps everybody down one, 14.690 for the 15 car. Jason Haynes is with us, new wrap in the 66, 17.226, 11th quick for Haynes. Jordan LaFawn coming out on track in the 144. Had a little bit of bad luck in the 358s. Let's see if the 144 can get it done. Jordan LaFawn coming across the line. 18th quick, 15.179. Who haven't we? Brett Carlton in the 221. 12th quick, 15.155. Haven't seen Brett in a while. Jordan LaFawn moves up in the top 10, 14.991 for LaFawn. Michael Carter getting some extra laps in that 15 ride. Dylan DeWert doing the same, shuts it down. Gavin Chatham getting some extra laps. Michael Carter with your quick time. Heat one to the grid. Heat one to the grid, please. All right, drivers, you know the drill. 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 moving on. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Congratulations. 15 car with your quick time. Looks like we're going to have a C2C front row. Michael Carter, Cale Smith on the front row. Anthony Morano, Sam Bachman in row 2. Brett Carlton, Chris Cox in 3. Jesse Ingram, Michael Vitale in 4. Andrew Harley round out your field of 9 drivers. We have a packed house tonight. 26 cars. Only 24 start the feature. Landon Smith likes that tribute ride on Cale Smith's in that 115 tonight. It will be Michael Carter that takes us to the green flag. Braden Carter said that wrap is made by Pit Lizard Graphics in that 115. SCSC will start. Green flag is out. We are underway. Michael Carter on the bottom. Cale Smith on the outside. Anthony Morano is going to go with Michael Carter. Cale Smith with a good run off the top of turn 2. Smith is going to keep it on that outside. Boy, he is right on that berm. Gets a good run off of 4. It's quick up there, but you got to be super careful. Michael Carter will keep that car down low. Anthony Morano, Cale Smith. Sam Bachman continues his good night. He's currently in the 4th and final transfer as Brett Carlton in that 221 ride is trying to get it done as he bangs doors with the 007. Put Carlton in the transfer. He hasn't been with us in quite a while. Now Chris Cox gets by. Don't know what happened to Bachman. Bachman dropped back to the rear of the field and out of the race, I think. Michael Carter, Cale Smith, Anthony Morano, Brett Carlton, your top 4. Chris Cox looking for a pass to the feature.
Bachman disconnected. Okay, the car straightened out off of turn 2, up and over the ledge, and towed to pit road and disconnected.
Up front, top 4 starting to break away from the field a little bit. Go on board. That is the 15 and 115 with 1 to go. Coming out of turn number 4. Or 2, my apologies. Now coming out of 4. Michael Carter, Cale Smith at the front of the field. Anthony Morano taking a look. It'll be Carter, Smith, Morano, and Carlton. Your top 4 moving on. Heat 2 the grid. Heat 2 the grid, please. Our drivers, welcome to heat number 2. 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 moving on. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Brandon Combs, Justin Sick on the front row. Jordan LaFawn, Gavin Chatham in row number 2. Donald Ingram, Brandon Aylesworth in row number 3. Dylan Kinsey, Billy Roberts in 4. James Ingram rounds out your full feature of 9 drivers. Clayton, I don't know if you have time. Can you look into enabling the chat for the 015 of Justin Sick, please?
Yes, I can.
Good looking wrap on that 28 car of Combs on the pole. Base truck is off, ladies and gentlemen. 8 laps, top 4 moving on.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. We are underway. Combs on the bottom, Sick on the high side. Brandon Combs is going to throw it in. Jordan LaFawn right on the rear deck lid. Combs gets a little bit loose. Justin Sick going to take advantage as the 015 slides it in high. Coming out of turn number 4. We're going to go 3 wide. LaFawn, Sick, Combs. And they make it through. Gavin Chatham in the 4th and final transfer as Donald Ingram tries to get that position. He'll slide up. They make contact. That'll move the 10 back. Put Brandon Aylesworth, driver out of California, into a transfer in the dirt track bank number 41. Jordan LaFon digging on the bottom, trying to get underneath Combs. 144, getting a good ride on the bottom as Justin Sick and Brandon Combs are banging the high side. God, that's close. Gavin Chatham now moves up into the fourth and final transfer. Grandma Pete out there cheering on Jordan LaFon. Oh, saw a little bit of contact.
Caution, yellow flag.
As the caution comes out on lap 6 of 8, front 3 putting on a show at the front of the field.
Yeah, 99 just tags him
in the corner. We're going to line them up here and get ready to go. Go back green on lap 6 of 8. Base truck is off. We are back underway. Sick, Combs, LaFon, Chatham, your top 4. 10 car, that is Ingram. Donald Ingram trying to get up in that final transfer. Front of the field starting to get a little bit contentious. The 28 car slide job coming, crossover from Sick. 1 to go. Justin Sick, Brandon Combs once again at the front of the field, putting on a heck of a show. Jordan LaFon in tow. Combs is going to block the slider. Sick is going to try to keep it down low. Combs, Sick, LaFon, Chatham, your top 4 moving on. Heat 3 to the grid. Heat 3 to the grid, please. All right, fellas, 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 moving on. Everyone else going to Concy, race hard, race clean. Put on a great show. Good luck. Braden Carter, Caden Berry on the front row, dialing to work. Jason Haynes in row number 2. Clay Christopherson, Paul Heward in 3. Randy Shreves, John Morano in row number 4. Anthony Marfulio rounds out your field of 9 drivers. So we should have a pretty full consolation race coming up. Some drivers heading home. Again, everybody out there that tunes in every Friday night, from the bottom of my heart, I can't thank you enough. We came up with this crazy idea about 2 years ago. Told that a league would never work on Friday night lights on iRace, or on Friday nights on iRacing, and you guys have. You make it worth it every week we come out here. Greatly appreciated. Caden Berry on the outside of the 05 of Braden Carter. That is Virginia battling out New Hampshire. Good restart by Berry on that high side. Braden Carter will dive it down low. FTM drivers. Berry's going to cross over, take a peek underneath. Will he have enough to slide? No, sir. Berry will fall in line P2. Jason Haynes dialing to work in the 20 car. Now DeWert's going to work the bottom. You got duplicate FTM cars. Clay Christopherson, the first driver on the outside looking in. Caden Berry makes the pass and gets hit in the rear end by the 05. Berry able to hold on to it. Good driving by the youngster out of New Hampshire. Yes, the FTM gang is lining up behind the 12 car. Barry into the
yellow flag is out.
wall a little bit as the caution comes out. So Caden Barry, great driving by that youngster out of New Hampshire. He's able to keep the 12 car underneath. Looks like the 05 may have made a little bit of contact with the 12. Braden Carter at the front of the field. Jason Haynes in second. Caden Barry dialing to work. Clayton just sent out a warning on race comms to that 05 car. Looks like we may go single file here.
Yeah, I believe heat races go single file restarts. Kind of the trend I've seen the last few weeks.
It's interesting. I haven't seen that. Option. It will be Braden Carter starting us off at the front of the field. 05, good restart. Jason Haynes, Caden Barry still in a transfer. Youngster out of New Hampshire. He's going to dial it down low. Can he get up in front of the 66? Yes, sir. Not much room, but respectful driving by the 12 car gets it done. He'll make the pass for second. Now Haynes is going to dive down low in the 66. Barry will go by on the high side. Dialing to work in the fourth and final transfer. Barry and Braden Carter are going to battle it out. Braden Carter going down low. Barry goes down low as the FTM boys on the bottom of the track. The 20, that's dialing to work. And the 51 of Clay Christofferson. Both of those drivers trying to get in the show. One to go. Braden Carter at the front of the field. Caden Barry, P2. Jason Haynes, P3. Dialing to work is going to battle it out. Don't think he'll get much pressure from the 51 as teammates. Carter, Barry, Haynes, DeWert, your top four. Concy to the grid. Hi, drivers. Welcome to Concy. You got 15 laps. Top 12. Moving on. Race hard. Race clean. Good luck. Cox and Ingram on the front row. Christofferson, Ingram in row number 2. Dylan Kinsey, Randy Shreves in 3. Andrew Harley, Brandon Aylesworth in 4. Anthony Marfulio, Michael Vitale in 5. Billy Roberts, Paul Heward in 6. Sam Bachman, James Ingram in 7. John Morano rounds out your field of 15 drivers. So 3 cars heading home. Roxanne Jones cheering on Braden Carter. Gail out there cheering on that 12 car of Caden Barry. It will be Chris Cox at the front of the field. Got Donald Ingram to his outside. Iowa driver on the inside. Georgia driver on the outside. Got the brothers lined up on the outside in rows 1 and 2, actually. The Ingram boys.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
That's getting the field lined up. Somebody spun out under caution.
going green, not going green.
As the field lets the pace truck catch up, now we're getting ready to go green. Lights are off the pace truck. 12 will get in, 3 will head home. Looks like Sam Bachman did not take the grid, so 2 will head home. It is Chris Cox. That'll take us to the green flag. Green flag is out. We are underway. 15 laps to get it done.
The yellow flag is out.
Looks like Michael Vitale was trying. I saw that out of the corner of my eye, trying to catch the rear of the field coming to green. And I saw that car jump sideways. There's the 213. That's the white car on the outside there. We're going to stack them back up and try once again. Joey, I'm not sure if he's trying to get a head start or the slinky effect just took hold of the field. Not real sure, but it didn't play out well for any of the drivers, that's for sure. Roxanne Jones is out there. Dean Reynolds still tuning in. He's at the real racetrack.
His big block boys should be rolling into Volusia, I think, in the next week or so. Some of the best racing in the year. Big block modifieds at Volusia.
I was following him. He was on his way down there, so I don't know what's going on, actually.
Green, green, green.
We have the first $10,000 outlaw kart race in Reno this weekend. Well, it started Thursday, I believe. We're going to go up there, but don't want to get stuck on that side of the hill because of snow. But that's the first big kart race out here on the West Coast, I think. 10,000 to win. Chris Christopherson dives down low, loses a little bit of momentum. It's Donald Ingram on the outside in the 10 car, driver out of Georgia. And his brother Jesse in tow, getting a good run off of the high side. Let's look back in 12th. Currently Murano in the 33. James Ingram and Paul Heward. I'm not sure he's back there. I'm not sure. I think he lost a lap going into the pits after the contact with Vitale. Donald Ingram dives down low. We're going to have the Ingram brothers go at it. That makes Joey happy out there. He's known those guys since they were just babies. Clay Christopherson now in the mix in the 51 in the FTM car. Clay Christopherson and Chris Cox battling it out. And Chris Cox will go around. We'll have to see if that was off the nose of the 51 or not. Watching the chats out on the chat channel. Getting a little bit heated. I get it. It's racing. Happens on the sim. It happens in real life. I'll ask you folks to be respectful to each other on the chat. I get emotions get involved, but have to ask you to be respectful to each other. Let us take the appropriate actions. So Chris Cox will head to the back of the field, but he will stay in a transfer.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
I think the 31 went in for a quick repair, Clayton, after the contact with Vitaly, and I think it scored him a lap down. So the Ingram brothers will roll off on the front row. Pace truck is off.
Green, green, green.
Good restart by Donald Ingram. Got Jesse Ingram. Good run by the front two as the caution comes out quick. Having a little bit of problems with the pace truck. Trying to get the field back in line. We'll see if this does the trick. That little incident at the start of the race kind of messing up the scoring. So we'll see if the pace truck passing the field will make a difference. Let's see. Clayton hard at it, doing his admin stuff. So there we go. We're lined up, getting ready to go 1 to green. Donald Ingram will take the bottom and leave his brother Jesse on the outside. All right, Joey, who's going to win this one? This is the Ingram gang. You know them better than anybody in the Friday Night Lights. It'll be Donald Ingram. He takes the bottom.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. We're back underway. Donald Ingram gets moved up to the outside, slides up in front of the lucky 777. It's Jesse. He's trying to battle back on that bottom side. Jesse, the older brother, That's the Georgia drivers at the front of the field. Let's take a look back. That is your final transfer driver. James Ingram is the first car on the outside looking in. Looks like he's got a handful with that 40 machine, the 83. Those are your two cars that are currently heading home on lap 10 of 15. Donald Ingram at the front of the field. He put some space between himself and his brother, and now Randy Shreves is in the mix. Little bit of contact between Christopherson and Harley. Those drivers are able to drive away. Brandon Aylesworth up 2, Julio up 2, Billy Roberts up 3 on lap 11 of 15. You got Gears Unlimited drivers, Billy Roberts and Michael Vitale battling it out with 213 and 99. Up front, that 10 car has found the lane that he likes. Up on that berm, getting a good run off lap 13 of 15. Jesse Ingram's going to dive it down, try to slide out. That'll cause Donald to check up. That will give the advantage to the 56. Coming off a 4, Shreves on the outside looking for P2. Donald Ingram battling back, slide job by his brother. Had to slow down the momentum of the 9 car. Paul Heward now in that. This is the final transfer. That is a battle to go to the feature. 1 to go. Up front, Jesse Ingram holding off Randy Shreves. It'll be Ingram for the win. Here is the battle right here. And Heward will get in the 031. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have your feature. We'll be right back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name's Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. The issue has been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turned into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Time for your 30-lap feature. Get the cars out on the grid. Feature to the grid. Feature to the grid, please. All right, drivers, 30 laps to get it done. You guys know the drill. Put on a great show. Be patient. Race hard. Race clean. Good luck. Michael Carter, Brandon Combs on the front row. Braden Carter, Cale Smith in row number 2. Justin Sick, Caden Berry in 3. Anthony Morano, Jordan LaFawn in 4. Jason Haynes, Brett Carlton in 5. Gavin Chatham, Dylan DeWert in 6. Jesse Ingram, Randy Shreves in 7. Andrew Harley, Clay Christopherson in 8. Donald Ingram, Brandon Aylesworth in 9. Anthony Marfulio, Billy Robertson 10. Michael Vitale, Chris Cox in 11. John Morano and Paul Heward will round out your full field of 24 drivers. Jesse Anderson out there cheering on Cale in that tribute ride.
I think I'm gonna beat you to the pick. I think I'm gonna take Brandon Combs this time.
I'm gonna take Justin Sick. Look out. Here he comes. Driver out of New York in the 015. We're getting ready to go 30 laps, hoping for as good of a show. Jordan LaFawn up giving a hello there to Justin Sick. Grandma Pete cheering on Jordan. Roxanne cheering on the CSC guys. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Pro Late Model 30-lap feature at Lernerville. Week 14. Coming up next, we got the 360 Sprint cars.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. We are underway. A little bit of a slinky effect in the back there, I saw. It's the Carters. They're going to dive down low. Michael Carter slides to the outside. Brandon Combs with a good run off the high side, able to pull back to the rear bubble. Cale Smith over the berm.
Save.
Did he save it? I didn't see.
Get it together. Gavin Chatham's around. Almost.
Caution
Everybody
comes out.
clear.
Let's take a look. Cale Smith drives over the. You can see the 777. That's Cale Smith up there in the 115. Looks like he saved it. Able to come back on the track. Makes contact with Dylan DeWert. Oh, just gets in that outside wall pretty hard after coming back on. Randy Shreves tries to avoid the 115. Gets into the 24. Michael Carter at the front of the field. Braden Carter, P2. Justin Sick, Brandon Combs. That is the risk of running that berm on the high side. Both ends of the track, but 3 and 4 seems to catch people more than 1 and 2. 115 heading to the back. Michael Carter will take the outside in the 15 car. Pace truck is off. Michael Carter will start. Gets a good run on the high side. Braden Carter pulls up on the outside. Justin Sick had a pretty good run. Brandon Combs down low. So the Carters will shake out in 1-2. Brandon Combs, Justin Sick back there. Caden Berry, you saw the green car peek his nose up there. Berry again this week on the bottom side, down in the grass, making it work. Jason Haynes is back there. Dylan DeWert, Anthony Morano, Brett Carlton in the 221 is in your top 10. Clay Christopherson in the FTM on the outside. Randy Shreves, Andrew Harley, Jesse Ingram back in 14th. Brandon Ellsworth in 18th. Cale Smith in the 21st position. Flirting with that high side once again. Up front, Michael Carter getting it done. Top two starting to pull away from the field. Michael Carter, Braden Carter. See if we can't turn it up for a minute and see what it looks like from the driver, from the trackside.
Oh, we got one around. I swear
Caution,
turning
yellow
up
flag.
is the worst luck.
We'll try it again next time. Randy Shreves involved on lap 7 of 30. Michael Carter, Braden Carter, Justin Sick, Jordan LaFawn, Brandon Combs, your top 5. We will have 24 cars that race in the Dash for Cash, $1,000 on the line. We will pay everybody who enters, so the $1,000 will be spread out among those 24 drivers. If we pick up some late sponsors, that could go up higher. Last year we had the Super Dirt Car Series and Gears Unlimited each chip in an extra 50 bucks. So we'll see how that plays out. Michael Carter takes the bottom this time. Good restart by the 15. Michael Carter, Braden Carter in tow. Justin Sick is going to keep the 0-15 down low. Jordan LaFawn's going to get a good run off the high side. That'll move LaFawn into a podium currently. Justin Sick continues to run the bottom. He's about to get freight trained. If that bottom loses grip, you got Dylan DeWert on the high side now. 15 car stuck down low. Tries to get up. Caden Berry is next in line around the 0-15. Justin Sick is not in a good place. Michael Carter at the front of the field. Braden Carter.
Yeah, the bottom is just not there anymore. Unfortunate. We might have a one-lane racetrack, but
so let's try it again, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the view trackside.
oh,
The yellow flag is out.
I'm telling you, man.
Never mind. Caution comes out. John Morano involved. Haven't quite made it halfway there yet. Jesse Anderson. Grandma Pete out there. Landon Smith checking in. Roxanne checking in. Gail checking in. Rhonda checking in. Nick checking in. TJ is out there. Mitch Willis. Randy Carter. Thank you all for tuning in. Michael Carter, Braden Carter, LaFawn DeWert, and Caden Berry, your top 5. Single file restart. Once we get too many cautions, we do go single file. Base truck is off. As are the front pack of cars, single file, LaFawn, DeWert, Berry, Combs, Sick, Morano.
The yellow flag is out.
Somebody went off the top. We did get a few laps in where you got to see the action from trackside. Not sure who that was that went off the top. Maybe we could see, maybe Brett Carlton, possibly. As always, Miss Gale, you are very welcome. Love putting on the show. We only have 2 more weeks after this, and then we won't be back till October. Figure everyone will be out watching real racing during that time.
Dude, I've had my phone propped up the last 2 or 3 weeks watching it already. Speed weeks.
Jesse Anderson says no more trackside camera views, brings out too many cautions.
Yep.
Jesse, that's what Clayton says, that same thing. So, still, Carter, LaFawn, now Dylan DeWert is up there. Justin Sick shuffled out in 7th. It looks like we've pretty much turned into a 1-lane track. So the high side, no one is tempting the bottom. However, it's lap 16 of 30, so we are halfway home. Wait till late race. Somebody's going to go down to the bottom and make some headway, I have a feeling. Nick Berry out there cheering on the 12 car of Caden Berry. There is the youngster out of New Hampshire. Green flag is back out. We're underway. Michael Carter, Braden Carter at the front of the field. Hopefully we can get away clean. Jordan LaFawn in P3, Dylan DeWert in the 20, Caden Berry in the 12. That is your top 5. You can see those drivers right up on that berm there. Jordan LaFawn trying to track down your top
over again.
2. Cale Smith, I hear, back over the rail.
He's going to tow before the caution.
No caution.
Before I could even click caution.
Cale Smith running into a string of bad luck. Jordan LaFawn in tow in P3. Michael Carter, let's go on board with Jordan LaFawn and see what it looks like from the driver's seat as he is in line behind the Carter gang. CSC cars in front of Jordan. He's trying to tuck in underneath the 05.
Caution, yellow flag.
As the caution comes back out. It's like Jordan LaFawn was ready to make a move on the bottom side just as the caution came out. as the drivers check up, waiting on the pace truck, lap 21 of 30. There is the pace truck as your top two, Braden and Michael Carter. We will start single file, as you know, getting down there now in laps. 360 sprint cars coming up next. Mitch Willis out there. Mitch, thank you for tuning in. We'll be on lap 21 of 30 when we go back green. We will go. We will go green next time by. Your leader, Michael Carter. Restarts are on the leader. Michael Carter will take us back to green. Nick Berry can't wait for the sprint cars to come up next. Always fun to watch the 360 sprint cars here at Lernerville. Dylan DeWert, I thought he was going over the edge. He slides up to the high side. Caden Berry currently in P5. Brandon Combs in P6. Dylan DeWert is up 8 from his start. Jordan LaFawn is up 5. Dylan DeWert is the biggest mover of the night into the top 5. Andrew Harley's back there, the 51 of Clay Christopherson. Donald Ingram in the 10 car. Jesse Ingram. The brothers are still close to each other. That's a pile up.
Good one out of
The yellow flag is out.
So we'll try to clear that. Looks like we'll be going back green on lap 24 of 30.
Well, LaFawn made it clear earlier when we first went single file that the sliders were coming. So we're getting down to about that time. I think LaFawn will be up on the wheel trying to maybe at least get Braden here, get a second spot. Maybe go after Michael if he's got enough of a car.
Yeah, it's about go time. Jordan LaFawn actually dove down low right as the caution came out. So that 144 is ready to go. Trying to race his way in. Jordan LaFawn is not in the dash for cash yet. So if that 144 can park it in victory lane, he will be qualified for the week 16 dash for cash. So he's racing for some money.
Green, green, green.
Green flag back out. Michael Carter, Braden Carter, Jordan LaFawn, your top 3. Dylan DeWert in the 20. Caden Berry in the 12 car. He's on the bumper of the 20 in front of him. Little tap there. Berry will send it.
Oh, LaFawn hit the berm.
Jordan LaFawn tried to make a move. Will that affect the 144? He's able to hold on to P3. Dylan DeWert will. Oh, LaFawn over the edge.
The yellow flag is out.
LaFawn over the edge in the 144. That'll move Caden Berry into the top 3. Drivers, let's keep race chat to a minimum, please. Michael, Braden, Caden. Michael Carter, Braden Carter, Caden Berry at the front of the field.
Green flag, green flag.
Lap 27 of 30, Michael Carter. Braden Carter, Caden Berry dialing to work now. Top three starting to pull away from the field a little bit. Looks like your front three are nose to tail. Two to go.
Caution.
Caution's out.
Caution comes out. We will have a green-white checker in the pro late models. .031 of Paul Heward done for the night, brings out his second caution.
Hang on, we're not going green, not going green.
Caden talking, or Clayton talking to the drivers about that slinky effect. Drivers trying to get a run, trying to get them settled out. We got two to go. Michael Carter, Braden Carter, Caden Berry, your top three. Let's see how this plays out. All three of those drivers running the same line. Somebody's going to make a jump to the outside. Michael Carter coming off at turn 4. Carter, Caden Berry, your top three. Top three start finish line. Top three start finish line, please. All right, gentlemen, I can make that work. Don't forget to head up for your interviews. We'll get a word with your top 3. Clayton, I'm losing my voice, so hopefully you can get
here.
3 and 1.
Yeah, I got you. Caden, it's Clayton up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, buddy, what a race for you. Started 6, pick up a few spots. 12 car kind of seemed out of it at times, and then it seemed it was right back in it. Man, how'd you get it done for a podium finish tonight?
I was kind of in and out of it, honestly, because I don't run these on a daily basis. But no, it just takes a couple laps for me really to get comfortable with the top here, because it was kind of thin up there. The cushion wasn't as huge, but other than that, just had to be patient up there and just stay cool, calm, and collected, and kind of caught them there, and maybe could have had a shot for the win.
Yeah, man, most definitely. Seems that 12 cars fast. Anything you get in nowadays, bud. So props to you for all the work you've been putting in, and it's definitely starting to show. Who do you got to thank on that 12 ride for a podium finish here tonight?
I'd like to thank God, and got to thank Team Iobi, my mom and dad, my great-grandmother Cece, my nana and grampy, my Grammy Ryder. Also got to thank Keep Digging. I got to thank Cataclysm Computers, CNC Racing Designs, Speed Factory, LCJ Carpentry, Stingray Rock Tools Australia, and then you and Joe up there up in the booth.
Alrighty, buddy. Well, congrats on a podium finish, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you again after the sprint cars.
Yeah, thank you.
Bring Braden up here for you. I've got a race control incident to handle real quick.
Yeah, I got you. What's up, man? Man, it was pretty quick. I mean, I was just gonna tuck in behind my dad. I didn't want him to beat me tonight. I feel like I could have slid him a few times, but I didn't. I just thought, team win's a team win. Got us both the top 2, and a good run to Caden too. He was right behind us. I mean, that was pretty close racing. I just had to fill in with my spot, stay behind him, and get him a win tonight. Yeah, man, I gotta thank CSC Motorsports, Michael Carter, Cale Smith. I gotta thank Midwest Forklifts LLC, Landon Smith, Randy Carter Payne, my granddad, my girlfriend for always supporting me, my grandma, she's out there, Kale's mom, Pillars of Graphics, Hunter Jarrell, Branson Woodward, and you and Clayton for putting this on. Thank you. You too, man.
Mission 22 is founded on the timeless principle that America's warriors are equally valuable overseas as they are within our borders. We are unwaveringly committed to the journey back home and understand the barriers our heroes face when making the often arduous and taken for granted transition home. Trauma is an opportunity. While bleeding, hidden pains of the past can never be removed. We can transform them into something brand new and beautiful. We can grow through trauma to become our community's cornerstone, the safest neighbor on the block, the strongest leader in the office, the most caring volunteer at the elementary school. The Recovery and Resiliency Program is a year-long, and it uses everything from cutting-edge biometric tools to science-backed supplements. This is a catalyst to take the deep scars suffered for our nation's sake and turn them into opportunities to direct our God-given purpose and energies as protectors toward a refreshed and meaningful life. By committing to this year-long program, you will be happier, stronger, and wiser. Your PTS and/or TBI may not leave you, but you will be more comfortable in your own skin, and your suffering will begin to have meaning. Our goal is to give warriors one thing, the truth. Let's take responsibility for our healing.
When people hear a Valhalla project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom, two words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Valhalla Project a place our fallen heroes truly live on forever.
All drivers clear the track. All drivers clear the track, please. All right, drivers, welcome to the Nightcap 360 Sprint Cars Week 14 at Lernerville. I will spare you the rule speech. Any questions, comments, or concerns from the drivers? None heard. Yeah, good luck. Had a driver chime in, asked if there's any questions, comments, or concerns. One of them said, "Yep, me." So kind of lost lost what I was thinking there for a minute. Have not heard that one before. We're getting ready for your nightcap, ladies and gentlemen. 360 Sprint Cars at Lernerville. Thank you all for staying with us. Joey is still out there. Gail is out there. Looks like we only have 17 cars. Caden Berry is with us in that 12 car. Jesse Ingram in the lucky 777 coming out on track. Randy Shreves in that 56 LGR ride. My teammate, great friend, Brian Dickens in the Dirt Track Bank number 122 is with us. Donald Ingram in the 10 is back. Brandon Aylesworth in the 41. Another one of my teammates, Matt Grimm in the 91. Big shout out to all of our viewers in California, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen. After going through the analytics of last week's stream, we were right at 700 views. Virginia again led the way. California had the second most viewers. So all of our viewers out from my home state, where I'm broadcasting from, welcome to the show. Thank you all for tuning in. Caden Berry, 12.896, top of the board. Gavin Chedham, 18.367, P2. Sean Stevens, 12.940, P3. Matt Grimm shuts it down, 13.024. Randy Shreves in the 56, 13.160, fifth quick. Jason Haynes is still out on track and going for a ride. 13.658 for Haynes. Brian Dickens in the 122 is the last track. On track, 13.082. Good enough for sixth quick. Gavin Chatham, he's up the second quick, 18.367. Can he improve? Shuts it down. It'll be Caden Berry tonight with your quick time, 12.896. And we got through everybody super quick, so we'll have to advance the session again. I think everybody is gone. Yes, they have. Caden Berry, Gavin Chatham, Stevens. Heat 1 of the grid. Heat 1 of the grid, please. All right, drivers, welcome to heat number 1. 8 laps to get it done. Everybody heading to the feature. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Caden Berry, Sean Stevens on the front row. Randy Shreves, Anthony Morano in row number 2. Brandon Aylesworth, Anthony Marfulio in row number 3. Donald Ingram, Chris Cox in row number 4. Billy Roberts rounds out your field of 9 drivers. Congratulations to the 12 car with tonight's quick time. Pace truck is off, leaving the field to Caden Berry. Wyobe on the front row. Youngster out of
Green flag.
New Hampshire takes the green flag side by side with last week's winner, Sean Stevens. Berry on the bottom side. No room. Sean Stevens is going to let him slide up in front of the 26. Threw it in super sideways. Was worried Berry was going to lose too much momentum. Anthony Morano in the 32 is in the 4th. Well, everybody transferred, so we don't have to talk about transfer positions. Caden Berry in the 12 car at the front of the field. Goes down low in 1 and 2. You can see his hands super busy inside that car on lap 3 of 8. They stay down low. Battle is back here. Marfulio, Chris Cox battling it out. Donald Ingram, Billy Roberts in the 99 back there. Sean Stevens thought about taking a look underneath his teammate, coming in out of 4. Sean Stevens up high, Caden Berry running the low lane. Berry able to put a little bit of gap between himself and Sean Stevens. That is the gap between the youngster. Sean Stevens, Randy Shreves, Anthony Morano in the 32. Running in 4th. Morano wants that 3rd. Now it looks like Caden Berry is starting to separate himself as Sean Stevens battles back with 1 to go. It's going to be Caden Berry coming off of turn 4. Right on the bottom, Berry, Stevens, Shreves, Morano, Aylesworth, your top 5. Hit 2 to the grid. Hit 2 to the grid, please. All right, drivers, you got 8 laps to get it done. Everyone moving on. Good luck. Gavin Chatham, Matt Graham on the front row. Brian Dickens, Clay Christopherson in row number 2. Paul Heward, Jason Haynes in row number 3. Michael Vitale, Jesse Ingram round out your field of 8 drivers. Clayton, we going to have only 2 heat races, you think, or?
Yes, sir. Heat 3 and 4 are going to be skipped.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have 2 heat races, take a quick break, and get into the 30-lap feature tonight. Braden Carter out there. Gail still out there. Joey hanging out with us.
Green, green, green.
Green flag is out. We're back underway. Chatham, Grimm, Brian Dickens, Jason Haynes. Dickens in that pink and black dirt track bank ride. Paul Heward, Jesse Ingram in the Lucky 777 in front of Michael Vitale in the 213. Clay Christopherson did not make the grid. Matt Grimm getting it done at the front of the field as
We got one under pressure.
contact between Grimm
Yellow flag is out.
and Chatham as the caution comes out.
Oh, Jason Haynes. Got him here off the corner. Looks like we got 2 incidents here to take a look at.
Guess we had 2. So 2 EOLs. Grimm, Haynes, Dickens, Vitale, Paul Heward, your top 5. Pace truck will exit this time by.
Green flag, green flag.
Good start by Grimm and Haynes. Brian Dickens now has his hands full with Michael Vitale. Vitale in the 213 running that bottom side. Will slide to the outside. Dickens makes contact with Heward.
Yellow flag.
Take a look here. .031 done for the night, bringing out 2 cautions in the heat race, so he will put it on the trailer. So Matt Grimm, Jason Haynes now at the front of the field. Michael Vitale in P3. Gavin Chatham is making his way back up towards the front. A few cautions here in this heat race. On lap 5 of 8. Everyone keep a steady speed, steady space between you and the car in front of you, please.
Green flag, green flag.
Good restart by Grimm. Jason Haynes in tow. Michael Vitale. Good restart by Grimm. He's coming to 2 to go. Jason Haynes, Michael Vitale, Gavin Chatham on the high side. 24 is a pass feature winner, times 3, I believe. Vitale gets a little bit loose in the middle of 1 and 2. It'll be the 91 of Matt Grimm coming to take the white flag. Grimm, Haynes, Chatham, Vitale. Two more corners to navigate for the 91. The Keep Digging driver takes the win. And that is it for your heat races. We'll take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll have your feature.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name's Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turning into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Time for your 30-lap 360 sprint car feature coming up. As the drivers are wrapping up warm-ups. Feature to the grid. All right, fellas, 30 laps, get it done. Let's put on a great show. Not a lot of cars, so be patient. Plenty of time to get to the front. Let's put on a great show. Caden Berry, Matt Grimm on the front row. Sean Stevens, Gavin Chatham in row number 2. Randy Shreves, Jason Haynes in row number 3. Anthony Morano, Michael Vitale in 4. Brandon Aylesworth, Paul Heward in 5. Anthony Marfulio, Brian Dickens in 6, Chris Cox, Jesse Ingram in 7, Donald Ingram, Clay Christopherson in 8, Billy Roberts will start at the tail end of the field. So we've seen this song and dance. Your top 4 have won the majority of the 360 sprint car features. I think we've only had one other driver out of your top 4 right here. Caden Berry.
Green, green, green.
Green flag is out. We are underway. Caden Berry, Matt Grimm, Sean Stevens. Berry will stay on the low side. Sean Stevens will lose a little bit of momentum to the 91 car coming off the high side of 2. Berry keeps it way down low. That's a different line. Matt Grimm will cross over the 26. Will he have enough momentum off of 2? Yes, he will. Matt Grimm with good bite off the bottom of 2. He pulls out in front of Sean Stevens as the caution comes out. I'm not sure. They gave the position back to the 26. Huh. So it'll be Caden Berry at the front of the pack. Again, we're having a lot of drivers complaining about mirrors. This league is for the drivers. The drivers vote on the rules. If you're out there and you're listening and you're a driver, you're in our Discord, you can vote. If you want mirrors turned off, I can make that happen. Has to be a majority vote by the drivers. We will turn mirrors off if that is what is desired. Caden Berry will take us back to the green flag. All sprint car restarts are single file. Tally Baldwin still with us, I think. Roxanne Jones, Rhonda, Joey is out there. Braden Carter, Gail, Tally Baldwin, Nick Berry. Thank you all for tuning in on a late Friday night. Back under green, 12 car. Caden Berry at the front of the field looking for his 4th, I believe, feature win. Matt Grimm is going right along with him. Sean Stevens losing a little bit of ground on the high side. Now he'll close in on the 91. Landon Smith is out there with us. Landon, thank you for staying tuned. Getting our viewers to check in with us, make sure everybody's still active. Randy Shreves, Anthony Morano, Brandon Aylesworth in the 41, Michael Vitale. As always, thank you for your service. Jesse Ingram has moved up 5 from his start. Jesse Anderson out in the audience. Jesse, thank you for staying with us. Anthony Marfulio, Chris Cox, the 515, Donald Ingram in the 10 car. Jason Haynes, Billy Roberts in the 99. Brian Dickens is not with us. Heward is out. Clay Christofferson as the caution comes out once again. Like the 777. TJ Hart is out there. TJ, thank you for staying with us, sir. TJ rooting on that 12 car at the front of the field. Won't be long. That youngster will be on the real sprint car track back east, getting it done. Can't wait to hear the results of that. Billy Roberts and Jesse Ingram in the back of the pack talking about who needs to be in front of who and who is worse than who. Good restart by the 12 car. Caden Berry banging the high side that time by. Did not go down low. He's going to keep that 12 car on the high side, and it is working well for that youngster. Sean Stevens, Grimm, Chatham, Shreves, your top 5. Anthony Morano has moved up 1. Everyone else has kind of remained the same. Anthony Marfulio's up 3. Of course, he's on the bottom side in that 238. Donald Ingram. Billy Roberts has moved up 4 in the 99. Up 4 positions to the 13th position. Up front, Caden Berry getting it done. Take a look at that right rear and see how close he's getting to that ledge. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you get it done. Doesn't take these cats long to get around Lernerville in a 360 sprint car. Caden Berry still at the front of the field. Lap traffic about to come into play. Let's see who that was in front of Caden Berry. 777, those are the leaders. Hold your line, sir. Those are the leaders. As Berry starts to lap the field, Sean Stevens in tow. Matt Grimm in P3. Berry has found a place he likes to run on that high side, right up on the cushion on lap 19 of 30. Berry getting it done.
Problem is everybody in front of him's also running that line. I think Caden's going to have himself a handful right here.
99 car, that is the leader behind you, sir. Hold your line. 99, that is the leader. Hold your line. Caden Berry now has to work through some lap traffic. Yeah, somebody was around.
For the 32. Morano just barely through the right rear over the ledge off of 2.
Lap 21 of 30 complete. Caden Berry has led them all, I believe. So that'll do away with the lap traffic issue for a few laps anyway. We saw Caden Berry have some issues with lap traffic in the past, not his fault. Pace truck is off, leaving the field to Caden Berry. We are back under green. Good restart by the youngster. He has the 12 car, throws it up on the cushion in 1 and 2. He will keep it up high in 3 and 4, not wasting any time. Great restart by Caden Berry. Sean Stevens about to be some challenge from the 91. As your top 3 get spread out. Gavin Chatham trying to make some headway on the 91. Randy Shreves in the 56. Looks like we were about 3 wide behind him. Brandon Aylesworth, Jason Haynes, and Anthony Marfulio. Crazy to think, iRacing. Brandon Aylesworth, California. Jason Haynes from Canada. And Anthony Marfulio is from the Boston area. Donald Ingram is from Georgia. Not long ago, this would not be possible to be racing against people live across the world, actually. Kind of amazing to think. Lap 26 of 30, Caden Berry at the front of the field has led them all. Sean Stevens, Matt Grimm, Gavin Chatham, they're starting to get spread out. Caden Berry has 4 laps to keep hitting that line, and the folks in New Hampshire will go crazy. Right now, there is no one cutting into that lead. Caden Berry is hitting his line perfect every time by. 2 laps to go. Sean Stevens trying to change up his line. See if he can't find some place to run. He's not careful. He'll give way to the 91. Coming off of 4, Berry takes the white flag in the 12 car. Berry, Stevens, Grimm. Caden Berry, 2 more corners to navigate. Can he hold it on the race surface? Yes, sir. 12 car for the win. Stevens P2, Grimm P3. Chatham 4th, Shreves 5th. Top 3 start finish line. Top 3 start finish line, please. We'll get a word with your top 3 here momentarily. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in. This is week 14. 1 more regular season to go race, and then the Dash for Cash, and then we are done until next October. That's the worst backing up job I've seen. I could make that work, fellas. We'll get a word with your top 3 here momentarily as I get it set up, the replay. See who we got in the I think that's Sean Stevens, Caden Berry, waiting on Matt Grimm. Matt Grimm will not be joining us, so we'll get a word with Sean Stevens.
Yeah, he's in race control waiting room. Let's see I'll be back if I can be.
Sean, this is Joe. You got me? Sean Stevens, this is Joe. You got me?
I certainly do, mate. How are you?
I'm well, man. I'm well. Hey, you drive a car a heck of a lot better forward than you do backward. I got to tell you that. Great
That's
run.
for sure, mate.
Great run by that 26, man. It seems like everybody was on a rail. How was the ride from the seat?
Yeah, no, I thought the setup wasn't that much chop to begin with. While the track was a bit tacky, I felt like it was a bit bumpy and a bit choppy. But once that track sort of slicked off, it come in perfect, and the top was on. I did try hit the bottom a couple of times later on in the race just to see if I could get some outspeed sort of thing, but it just wasn't working. So just around the top is where it was, I thought, and sailed away pretty much. Just had to get up there. It is what it is. Second place, can't complain.
No, man, another solid finish by that 26 ride. Who do you want to thank on that car?
I'll just give a shout out to you guys for putting this on. Like, can't do it without you guys. Everyone on the track, this series wouldn't happen without all the drivers as well, So credit to everyone who jumps in, battles it out each week, and even though you guys don't get a podium or anything like that, you just keep showing up and keep battling through, and that's what it's all about. It's all about learning, and I love this league and the people in it, and just a shout out to all my sponsors on the car. Team Wyobi, you guys, Caden and Matt for their dominant performance so far this season as well. And yeah.
Great run, my friend. Have a good rest of your weekend.
I will do, mate. Used to.
All right, man.
Matt Grimm is ready for his interview. Coming in P3, Matt Grimm, this is Clayton. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, the 91 seemed to bounce between second and third and kind of just, one lane like that. 91 didn't seem as dialed in as the front few. What more did you need out of that car tonight to possibly get up there and contend with those two?
Yeah, I needed to make some smarter decisions there at the beginning, and I kind of kept making the wrong move and let Sean get by me twice, and then every time I try to make a move on Sean there towards the end, it was so one lane. I mean, I almost lost third because of it, so I just fell in line and tried to keep the top 3 streak going.
Yeah, buddy, you're racking up quite the points this season. You and Caden are gonna for sure be duking it out next week for the championship, and not sure how that's looking, who's leading, who's not, but I know for sure that both of y'all are at 4 wins apiece, man. You guys are throwing down. Who do you got to thank on that 91 ride for another podium finish this year?
Yeah, thanks to Keep Digging and Tight Lines Apparel, Joe for putting this on, and you for controlling all these guys every week, and hopefully we can finish it out strong with another podium and get the championship here.
Yeah, buddy, Kokomo next week. Start practicing, start turning laps, man, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you next week.
Absolutely. Sounds good, guys.
All right, enjoy your weekend. Take care.
Caden Berry in the 12 car, starts on the pole, does not look back. Young man, that's how you dominate a race. Good run in that 12 car tonight.
Thank you.
How was the track, man? And it looks like you went to the high side at just the right time. You were running within inches of the cushion, man. It's a sight to see. Great run by that 12 car, man. How was the track?
It was definitely super slick there up top. I thought maybe it was gonna go away, maybe eventually in the bottom when it came back in, but limited amount of cars tonight. Usually have a lot more, but I mean, 12 to still finish is still pretty decent. But no, if we honestly, I thought the bottom was gonna stay in too, but no, I had to move up to the top, because those last 2 weeks kind of got screwed over, because everyone else was on the top and I wasn't paying attention to my mirrors. So no, like you said, I moved up to the top at the right time, and the top felt really good there, and yeah.
Yeah, man, that's about as perfect of a race you can run. You won your heat, quick time, you won the feature, but not only that, you made the moves at the right time. That's starting to show some veteran driving inside that 12 car. Yeah, well done, young man. Who do you want to thank on that ride for your drive to victory lane?
First off, gotta thank God and Team Iobi, my mom and dad, my nana and grandpa, TJ, my grandmother Cece, and my Grammy Ryder. Also gotta thank Keep Digging, Cataclysm Computers, CNC Racing Designs, Speed Factory, LCJ Carpentry, and Stingray Rock Tools Australia. And I'd like to thank you and Clayton up there in the booth.
Yeah, man, absolute pleasure. Have a great weekend. Next weekend is it for the regular season, and we're on a short track. Kind of nervous about that. We were talking about it on the broadcast. I'm not sure why I put that on the schedule, but it's there. So next weekend at Kokomo, we'll have a champion in all divisions. So good luck, and have a great rest of your weekend, Caden.
Yeah, thank you. You too. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Any final thoughts, Clayton?
I wish the sprint cars would have maybe got out of the one lane that we had saw. I like seeing 2-lane racing at least, but definitely overall a great night. The modified top 5 throwdown there at the end of that feature. Late models, we saw a little bit of hot heads, I guess you could call it, tempers flaring. So hopefully that can get situated and handled accordingly and properly. But overall, great night of racing. Sprint cars a little under what I expected, but Caden Berry dominated another week, and props to the kid kicking ass and taking names. He's pretty good at it. Hopefully we'll see him next week make another great run at Kokomo and see who we're crowning champion at the end of this thing. I know it's a tight battle. I think it's 4-4, so it should be possibly. I don't know the drops and all that stuff, but maybe a winner take all type of thing next week. Who knows? Sean Stevens could shake up the party completely and get himself another win.
Yeah, we do drop the lowest 3, so we drop 3 weeks. So once those points all tally up, it's going to be interesting at the front of the field for sure in the sprint car division. Clayton, thank you for all you do, my friend. I wish you a great weekend. Everybody out who has tuned in, greatly appreciated. Stay with us 2 more weeks. We got Kokomo for the season finale and then the Dash for Cash. As always, greatly appreciate it. This would not be a show if we didn't have people out there watching, and you guys tune in every week. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you very much, and we wish you a great weekend, and we'll see you next week at Kokomo.